I'm going to read this because I think it's too important not to. The general sequence of describing objects. In describing objects that are not fixed, we mean things that are portable and unattached on any surface, such as accessories, small appliances, or food items. The objects in the science lab demonstration are examples of things that are not fixed. The amount and kind of information you give in describing an object depends greatly on the purpose of your description. It also depends on how familiar the listener is with the object you are trying to describe. Your purpose and/or emphasis will affect the sequence you use, but in general, follow the sequence to describe how something looks. Give the name of the object and tell what the material it's made of, like wool, metal, glass, or plastic. Then tell the color of the object or its parts if relevant. Then use a DCL to describe the basic shape, descriptive classifier, and size of the object. Use non-manual behaviors to emphasize an unusual size or contrast similar objects at different sizes. Using the basic shape as a reference point, use other descriptive classifiers to describe distinctive features, attachments, or designs. Use ICLs or instrument classifiers to indicate how the object or its attachments are handled or used if relevant. Let's take an example. Let's take a test tube. Would be non-manual sign U for small, test, and then a round tube going up. It would be a clear, no, it would be clear, and the material would be glass. So we have a test tube, which is clear glass. Okay, or we could describe a petri dish, which would be smaller, be round, petri dish, round and just small, if we did it from the top up. Or we could do it from the bottom and make it smaller here, and then show how it comes up. The material could be metal or glass. and the color would probably be white. Then we would have a spray container, which would be a bottle, which would be kind of small, coming up like this. Then it would have a top. Then it would have a sprayer like this so that it could be sprayed. Additional descriptions. Describing fixed objects. Some objects have fixed positions. They may be attached to a ceiling or placed in a certain position on the floor, but not normally moved around. For example, a floor lamp would be round at the bottom, have a tube, kind of a medium size. Okay, then it would have a shade that would go around. Then it would have a pull chain on it, or a refrigerator would be standing against the wall. The basic sequence for describing how something looks is tell what it is or what it's made of, 2, the color of, if relevant, then describe the object. So number 1 is what it's made of. Number two is color. I forgot what that is, if relevant. Okay, is color if relevant? Color if relevant. Then describe the object. There are also other conventions. The sequence of the description depends on which of the following categories the object fits into. Bottom to top, if an object is in a column and standing upright on a floor or the ground, After describing the basic shape, then describe the details. Floor lamp, you have the basic bottom base and a medium-sized pole going up. And the details would be the shade and the pull chain. Other objects would be a tree, a pole, a stool, a fire hydrant, or a street lamp. Describing top to bottom for a bulky item on the floor. Describe the basic shape from the top to bottom, then add B plus details. You would have a basic shape of a refrigerator. This is a sign for the refrigerator against the wall. Then describe the kind of doors it has. If it's a 2-door refrigerator, it would have double doors. It would open like this. And the doors would be described with ICLs. Other objects in this category, the top to the bottom category, would be a console, TV, a dresser, a stove with knobs, a table, and a boulder, a big rock boulder. Described from the ceiling down in a column or hanging from the ceiling. Describe an object with a chain or cable that attaches to a lamp or some other kind of light fixture. Then describe the shape of the light. Then in the pull cord or switch. Could also be a hanging plant. Hanging plant. I guess I could do this way too. Could be a hanging plant. Okay. And in caves, stalactites. Be ice. Or molebill. Round and little dangly things coming down. Perspective. To describe determining perspectives. If an object has a definite front and back, describe it as if you were standing in front of it. Objects in this category are a TV, a typewriter, a computer, a radio, a blender, a plant, and a lamp. Described from the rear would be objects handled from the rear. Describe it as if you were using it. A camcorder. Here, looking camcorder. Held on your shoulder. Binoculars. Held by your eyes. A camera. A telescope. A kaleidoscope, where you'd be looking at pictures. A megaphone. Talking in a megaphone. Megaphone. Okay. From a sitting position, an object seen in a sitting position, like a foot rest. A chair that comes back. Chair that comes back. Now let's see, let's try that. A chair that opens back. A rectangular chair. A car or a bicycle. Or a bicycle. Describing the body. If an object is used on a person's body, describe it as if they were wearing it, like eyeglasses, clothing, cap, gloves, a military uniform, or a mask.